Hi, this is Donnie. I also go by the Rocket Gamer as per my channel name. Um, this is gonna be an unedited video. It's gonna be a long talk, or at least I'm also gonna probably stumble. I'm probably gonna stumble over my own words, so please bear with me as as I talk and all that. Um, I don't. Where do I even begin, or where do I start? What do I even talk about? So I would say the last 3 to 4 years has been quite challenging to say the least. Uh, I've been going through a lot since then. Uh, I guess one thing to mention is that it's been a while since I've actually posted anything really significant on this channel. I think the last real video I made 4 years ago. Even though I've been posting sporadically for the last in that time as of late. Uh, Honestly, don't know where to take the channel from here, or just keep going, or uh, try and finish what I started. But it's been so long that I don't know if I have the motivation to really do it. Um, I've been kind of struggling with a case of loneliness in the last 4 years. I never really saw it as I never really saw it as a problem until now. Always been kind of fine being on my own for the last 22 years. It didn't really pick up until now, which is why I'm making this video. Um, I have no idea what I was to say next. Um, I've always tried to try and do things on my own time and all that, and I've never really made an effort to try and make friends until now. Um, as I was growing up, I just kind of got stuck, with my own hobbies and all that. Video games, music, anime, all that good stuff, and I never really bothered to try and open up to anyone, really, even in school or even at home. I've always kept to myself, trying to doing the things I loved, and it all just kind of came to a head as of late. Or all right, let's see. I guess I'll try and explain as to why I'm kind of going through, overthinking everything. It's So the moment I graduated from high school in like the summer of 2018, it was like the end of a chapter. It's like, everyone's graduating. They've already decided what colleges they're going to, and myself included. I already got myself signed up to go to a community college here in Connecticut. I think it was Tunxus that I decided going to, and of my high school, we threw this like after party, or at least graduate going away party for like all the graduates. And there was like, yeah, I went, and seeing all my classmates, they're all talking to each other, just having a good time. And yeah, to me, I knew from then that was the last time I was ever going to see them, and I was happy for everyone, including myself. It's just I remember there was like this fortune teller that was there, and it's like I I gave my I told them how I feel like I'm just gonna have I'm kind of worried about my where I'll stand just being on my own for a while. It's just like I'm not sure how I'll be able to handle without having any friends in the future, and I think the what the fortune teller told me was that I think you won't be alone or in the future. I can't remember how exactly it went down, but yeah, it's been. I think I had something coming my way, but I haven't. I don't think anything really came out of it. It's just kind of fluff, to put it basically. There was this one friend I had that I knew growing up from elementary school to high school. Um, he's of the same nationality as I am, and I didn't I've only got to know him through first grade and to senior year of high school. Um, he was a good guy. From my experiences with him. Um, and I didn't really, and he was like the one I could really consider my best friend in a sense. And I didn't actually start hanging out with him until middle school. Yeah, it took me that long to actually just go hang out with friends or something. As mom had always told me to make friends and all that. And when I got to his house, it was like it was a big place, about as big as where I'm living right now, or hell, maybe even bigger than that actually. Um, yeah, so I went to go hang out with him, and I went down to one room, and he had like his whole video game collection down there, and he had games that I did not have, like Ratchet and Clank 3, that I only played like a demo of it, but getting a chance to actually play the full game, it was really fun. And yeah, it I had a good time hanging out with him every now and then. We didn't hang out like every single day. It was like I just had like to I had to like call his parents just to get permission, and then and yeah, and a few times I'd be able to sleep over at his place and all that. And come high school, and we're kind of just doing our own thing. He's trying to get his thing going on, and I'm doing my thing. And I asked him if he had like any social media or anything, and he said he doesn't use social media. Which, I mean, okay, I guess, I mean, he doesn't use Twitter or Facebook, but I mean, he watches. I mean, he kind of watches. I mean, there's YouTube. I mean, we all watch it. I mean, not to like diss on him, but but all in all, he was a good friend. And dude, if you're I don't want to say his name, but if you're watching this, dude, you're a good friend, and I wish you all the best. So yeah, it was kind of hard to like it was kind of hard to say goodbye when you hardly ever really hardly ever connected with him or anything like that. So 2018, I go into college. I've chosen my electives and all that, and I have to go through the core classes. English, algebra, and what's the third? I don't know what the third one was, but yeah, English and math was probably ones I know most. And I was doing actually pretty well in English. I've I've kind of gotten used to all the stories and all that stuff, but I struggled a lot with algebra, and even with my major that I was going for, which is computer electronic systems or whatever it was called, I just did not really give a crap about it at all. It's just, in fact, I everyone always told me in school, like, to study your material and all that, but I never did that at all in my life in school. In fact, I think that's what held me back from like reaching my full potential. And I mean, I never really, I mean, I took my studies seriously, but not serious enough to really keep the materials in mind. And that's like, and it just, no matter how hard I try and make things work, it did not pan out. So I dropped out, and I didn't really have much else to do except stay at home and stay in front of my computer screen, or 3 computer screens, as a matter of fact. I've actually got 3 monitors hooked up to my setup. Yeah, not much happened around the next year in 2019, and well, actually, things didn't really happen in 2019 until the very near end of it. Like a few days before Christmas, my old house caught fire. I was able to call everyone out, and the fire was put out. I kind of lost some stuff. I lost some stuff, of course, except for my old computer, which that was like high priority, as well as my game collection. It's over there in that cabinet. So for the next around 2020, as I was staying at a hotel, I flew out to Southeast Asia with my family to Thailand/Laos, and having to get away from the cold air of winter and being basking in the sun, it was great, even though I didn't hardly interact with my family members over there. And the rest of the year, I had to stay in like an apartment around here in this town that I'm living in, and I tried to make do. Having to be staying in lockdown because of COVID and all that. It was, just living my life, playing games, and trying to make do with what I had for the time. And then I think it was okay. So around like September or August or whatever, fires out. The house was renovated. We moved back in, and eventually my mom decided like it was just too. She had to cut her losses, and so she sold the house, and and my whole family and I ended up moving here, and I'm trying to adjust to my new digs since 2021. And then so 2021 moving on, and I'm just kind of doing the same thing as I have been back in that apartment, kind of sitting around just getting used to my new home and all that. But it was during that time, like 2020, that my old computer broke down, and I kind of had to stick with my my consoles, my PlayStation 1, 2, 3, and also my phone. Probably the only thing I used it around like throughout the half of 2021, and then my sister helped me get a new one, and So I've been struggling, kind of just didn't really know what to do, and then comes in my father. He spoke with his boss about helping about letting me work at his workplace, and having nothing better to do, I accepted, and I worked with him for like through September until January. Yeah, so from September to January of 2022. And the first week, I was actually struggling, trying to get used to having to wake up early in the morning and working for like from 5 in the morning, from 5 to 4 p.m. Like, yeah, like a for like 12 to 11 to 13 hours at most. And I was, I was working hard, making money, making cash, getting that paycheck in, just while I try and figure things out. Yeah, I didn't really think much of it. Like, it wasn't a hard job. It was pretty easy, but in that moment that I was while I was working one day, it just kind of dawned on me, like, just sitting at a workstation, just working with parts and just putting them in a machine. I kind of I was like looking around at my workplace, just seeing everyone working and all that. There were guys, like everyone was all males, and but they were like in their they were like in their 30s or 50s, and just, or I think it was more like late 30s to mid 50s and all that. It's just and it dawned on me that I've stuck to being alone for such a long time, and it just kind of made me realize how lonely I really am, and I mean, my dad told me that I don't need to like stay at work for who knows how long. I mean, I could just stay for a year and like continue working for like 5 years or so until like I have enough in the bank to just live off on my own for a while. But I just, the thought of just having no one of my age to relate to while I was working is just, it really weighed down on me, and it was really hurting my emotional well-being, and I really needed to get out of there. So I left, and 2022, I'm on my own again. And then my sister, she announced she decided she's moving out to Arizona with her boyfriend, and I wish her all the best. And since then, I've been trying to like better myself, or at least try to make myself not feel too alone. I've been going to group therapy, or I've been trying to take therapy sessions, just trying to see what I can do to like make my life not feel so lonely and all that. And yeah, I've been going to group therapy since July, and things have been working out for the most part. I'm getting along with everyone that I'm talking to. Talking about our struggles, our interests, and all that. And even though I do enjoy their company, it's just that I feel like I'm still not doing enough to like really feel like I'm not at all alone. And I've even at one point reached out to the help hotline that's just for people that are going through some really tough shit and all that. And so I said, like, as I've said before, going through high school and all that, it's kind of rough. And so I'll read this out. I've said to the person I was speaking to over chat in the lifeline is, I feel like I've been dealt a tough hand, and it all started to snowball after I graduated from high school in 2018. I've been told by my mother to try and open up to make friends as I grew up. So having to say goodbye to the classmates that I was only so much as being acquainted to, rather than actually being my friends, was heartbreaking, to say the least. And going to college immediately after high school didn't really seem to help me either, as I wasn't sure at all what I wanted to do in life. And so after 1 year, I dropped out, as I just didn't want to take my studies seriously at that point. So what have I been up to as of now? Well, I've been kind of dabbling of a lot of creative stuff. I've recently been working on a second channel, which is more dedicated to electronic dance music than it is with gaming. And speaking of this channel, I have been thinking about wanting to come back and try and finish what I started, but I've just kind of been losing motivation as of late, and I'm honestly not sure how I'm gonna be able to come back to this channel. But until I do, I guess this will probably be the only video that I have to show for it. I've also been trying to take up art, anime art specifically, and my first piece it's still in the works as I'm looking at it right now. I might even post it up on screen just let you guys see what I've been working on. It's been like a long month since I started working on it, but I feel it's coming along well. I think that's all I really want to talk about right now. It's yeah, I've thought about putting out this video for a long time, but it's just I just never really knew. I just didn't really have any idea on what I wanted to talk about, and yeah, it's even. And I know that the old saying goes, "You're not alone," and yeah, I'm hoping with this video that I hope I get my voice out. So, and hoping that there's someone out there in the world that'll corroborate where I'm coming from. I guess one last thing to note. I did try streaming on Twitch once. I didn't get that much traction, but yeah, I was playing A Bug's Life on PS1, and I posted the first two parts here on this channel, but I have yet to actually post the final part, which I guess after this video, after I finish uploading this video, I'll probably post that as well unedited, because I've held that on for way too long, and I kind of need to clear out my hard drive and all that just to make more room. So anyways, yeah. So yeah, thanks for hearing me out. I'm not sure if I'll be able to I'm not sure if I'll be able to fully come back to this channel, but if I do, hopefully it'll be another game. Hopefully I might figure something out, whatever video I decide to make. So yeah, thanks for hearing me out. All right, I'm stuttering again. Thanks for hearing me out, and I hope to hear from from either. I hope to hear from any one of you guys soon.